Questions. Questions are a really important part in how we communicate with people. We use questions every day. Questions are how we understand other people, understand their motives, understand their actions, understand what they're thinking. Questions are how we check out information, how we make sense of situations and things that are happening. So questions form a core part of our communication strategies. And when push comes to shove, basically there are two types of questions. Open questions and closed questions. Now I can almost see your eyes rolling at this point. In over 25 years working with managers in businesses large and small and in all sorts of different countries and cultures, when I start talking about open and closed questions, people say, oh yeah. So open and closed questions are probably something you've come across before, something you know a little about. But in my experience, the reality of what we know and actually how those things are put into practice are very different. So quickly what people find is they know a little bit about open and closed questions, but actually they don't know about the subtle nuances that really make a difference in communication strategies. And in practice, what they think they're doing and what they're actually doing are two different things. So stick with it because I think you'll find it interesting. So open and closed questions. Fundamental two types of questions. A closed question, in essence, is a question which grammatically you can answer yes or no to correctly. So if somebody asks you a question and you can say simply yes or no, nothing else, and it makes sense, that's a closed question. An open question, on the other hand, is a question that is designed to open people up, to get more information, to get people talking. Hence why it's called an open question. And there are 7 words that go at the front of open questions that are an easy way to remember how to make an open question. And those words are who, what, when, where, which, why, and how. So if you ask a question with those words at the front, how are you feeling today, for example, it is quite likely to be an open question. However, as you'll discover as you go through this course, very often we change that. So 2 basic sorts of questions, open questions and closed questions. Now in everyday conversation, do you think we tend to ask people more open questions or closed questions? Notice I've just asked you a closed question. Now probably the answer is closed questions, although I've not seen any research confirming this, but people answer as if it was an open question. So if you said to somebody, did you see the football last night? It's very unusual for somebody to say, yes. They tend to say, oh yeah, wasn't it a great game? And they go on and they expand in a lot of detail about what they saw. But that wasn't the power of your question. That's just social conversation. So what we need to go on and think about are the different types of questions, the impact that they can have, and how best to put them together to form questioning strategies in different situations that can really help you understand what's going on. So let's move on.